Hello, everyone. It's me, Michael, and I'm here to review Venom. Now, this movie did come close to being R for me. I thought that this was going to be rated R without a shadow of a doubt. And that came out as PG-13. I'm like, okay then. Also, if you haven't seen this movie, I highly suggest it. This video will contain spoilers. With that being said, let's get into this. So the movie kicks off with an spaceship, you may know this from the comics, crashing on Earth, and some symbiotes escape from it, while many of them are captured for our villain to use, and I'll get to him later. But one takes over the body of a human and starts switching place to place, and eventually finds its way to our main villain, who again I will get back to. This symbiote's name is Riot. And then we move on to Eddie Brock. He's kind of a loser, but at the same time, he's got his own TV show, a good job. He's got someone who wants to marry him, a cat that kind of doesn't like him, but overall, he's really happy. Then one day, he intrudes on our main villain's plot for killing homeless people in order to complete his medical research. Carlton Drake is our main villain, and like I said, he's using the homeless, seeing them as expendable, in order to achieve immortality or life beyond Earth because we're already destroying it. So he's going to use these symbiotes to, as he hopes, to better the Earth. Now, Eddie Brock, after exposing them, or at least trying to, gets fired. He loses his fiancée and the cat, and now he's just living in an apartment, barely making it by. He's hardly able to find a job. And, now he's really a loser. One of the scientists at the Light Foundation actually gets him to come in because she knows what's going on. She thinks that he could get evidence and put Carlton away for good, but he runs into Venom. And here's where I reach my first issue. Couldn't you have just switched Riot and Venom around and then not have the whole one needs to get to the other place in order to match up? What if Riot was in there at the Light Foundation, and he could have just easily taken a hold of Carlton Drake instead of traveling for 6 months to get to him? And then Venom could have been the one that escaped the ship, like what happens in the comics, and could have attached himself to Eddie Brock, and boom, it would have been quicker and easier, but whatever. Now with the power of Riot, he's stronger than Venom, and through a whole bunch of shenanigans, Tom Hardy, our wonderful version of Eddie Brock, has to escape Carlton Drake's forces. He discovers that Venom's, a sentient being, and they try to overcome, hey, you can't eat this, you can't eat that. And Venom's like, hey, I'm a symbiote. I'm gonna do what I want. There's nothing you can do about it, so sorry. Anyway, Carlton's on the hunt for Eddie Brock and Venom, trying to get Venom back and try to find out, how did Eddie get control of Venom, or at least not die, which was a problem they were facing. And Eddie Brock escapes, but Venom is still Venom is taken off Eddie Brock a little bit earlier in the movie. Without Venom, Eddie is easily captured. The Venom symbiote manages to escape, transfers to a dog, then to Eddie's ex-fiancée, and then She finds Eddie, takes out the bunch of guys who are going to go into the woods and shoot him because he's no longer useful to Carlton anymore, since he didn't give Carlton anything useful. Now, Venom has transferred from Anne, who has become She-Venom. I like that reference to She-Venom from the comics. Goes to Eddie, and now Carlton discovers that Riot wants to bring his symbiote troops to Earth to basically venomize, or loose term venomize, since it's more like symbiotize, but that's not as catchy, the whole planet, and that way both Carlton and Riot can achieve what they want. So there's going to be a space launch. Venom faces off against Riot, almost dies, and then sends Carlton and Riot off in a rocket, and then basically stabs the side of it, and the rocket explodes, assumedly killing both Riot and Carlton. And it looked like Venom's dead for a moment, which I like the emotional impact of that. It's like, wait, this is the first movie. Is Venom really going to die? And, well, no, he doesn't die. Eventually, Eddie hears the voice in his head again. The classic turd in the wind scene comes up. And then we see Cletus Cassidy explaining there's going to be carnage, setting us up for the next movie. What an awesome ending. Well, that's it for the story. Heck, even the side performances, like Reed Scott's Dr. Dan, or even Mrs. Chen, are all good. They have just such a personality. Dan, he feels like more of a controlled, down-to-earth guy, just wants to get Eddie the help he needs, despite the fact that he kind of acts a little bit crazy with Venom taking over him, like getting in a tank full of live lobsters out of the restaurant. And even like saying, hey, I can't have these tests done, please stop. Anyway, just even the side characters have so much personality. It's also cool to see characters like Anne Weiing, I believe that was Eddie's fiance's name. She's not constantly trying to take him down, and when she gets angry, it feels like it's for legitimate reasons. Even when it's not Eddie's fault for something and she gets angry, well, it's because she was manipulated into it kind of looking like Eddie's fault due to Carlton Drake. It all comes full circle. It all works out. So, all the characters were good. Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock works so great. He brings such a charming attitude to the table. I like the fact that this was a dark comedy instead of just being straight up horror and stuff like that, because I felt that this anti-hero thing, while it didn't pan over smoothly, or at least not too smoothly, it worked out, and I like seeing a new take on Venom. So, anyway, guys, tell me what you think of this movie. I can't wait for Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Should be coming out October 1st, although I think my theater closed down for good and won't reopen, which sucks. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Remember, click those notifications so you never miss another video. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. I like hearing what you have to say. I'll see you guys later. Bye.